Hello everyone, and welcome to a very special edition of Golf Center. We're here on site at the Nicholas course at the Colleton River Plantation Club, host site of the 2013 Hilton Head Island Open. Along with my co-host Bob Stevens, I'm Chris Tremblay, and Bob, could we be in a better place?
No.
No, I don't think we could either. Absolutely not.
An absolutely perfect environment, very little wind, Colleton River showing itself off. This is an absolutely gorgeous 36 holes of golf. You know, when you drive by on 278 and you think, okay, there are the gates to Colleton River, you think, okay, it's just right on the other side of the gates.
No, it isn't.
You get through the gates, you got to drive a ways, and then drive a ways further, and about the time you think you're lost, you get there.
You get
the
there.
Nicholas course and a Pete Dye course that are out on the Colleton River, and it is a completely different atmosphere from anywhere else.
It's as though
on the
you
island.
transcend time to a certain extent. It certainly is.
Yeah, it's been such a beautiful place. I mean, they've filmed The Big Chill here, and they filmed The Legend of Bagger Vance,
They filmed
of course,
some
for
scenes
golfers.
here,
Yeah,
yes.
some scenes here. So it is an absolutely picturesque, gorgeous spot, and a great place for a great golf tournament.
It sure is, and the Hilton Head Island Open has proven to be that right out of the gates. We've already had some terrific scores in the first round. The second round's under in the action's going on right now. Let's talk about what happened yesterday. John Patterson from Lucchesi Creek shot a 10 under 62.
You know, good thing there's not drug testing here, because he'd have had to go through it just because he did that. What a wonderful round.
How about it?
He has played so well, won the South Carolina Open. Just a couple of weeks ago, so he's obviously been on a roll and continuing that role as he enters the final round of the Hilton Head Open.
You know, and it's just indicative of how good this golf course is, because there's no way we could have a 10 under score, a 7 under score, and a 5 under score unless this place was pristine and the greens were rolling just terrifically, you know?
And that's great, because during the next half hour, we're going to talk to the folks who make Colleton River what it is.
Absolutely.
We're going to talk to the professionals who and directors of instruction, and we're going to talk to the guys who make the golf course itself as pristine as it has been.
Yeah, we've got
this
some
week.
terrific guys we're going to talk to. We've got Garrou, we've got David Lepore, we've got Matt Lucchesi, all on staff here. Kevin King, we might get a word with him in. He just qualified for the U.S. Senior Amateur after coming back from an ankle injury that's really taken quite a toll on him, and he played very well yesterday with a 1 under score himself.
And you know what? We're going to show you some golf, too.
We are. We're going to show some golf, too, and we can't forget that even though we're 2 years away from it, the Dye course just up the road, in 2 years, it's going to be host site of the U.S. Junior Amateur.
It's going to be terrific. Again, a great location for some fabulous golf. Again, USGA quality golf, and Hilton Head Island's best playing in the Hilton Head Open this week.
So when we come back, we're going to be joined by Garrou, the head golf professional here at the Nicholas course, and Bill Hirchert, who's headed Agronomy right here at the Colleton River Plantation Club, right after this. Well, I'm very fortunate to be joined here by Garrou, the head professional here at the Nicholas course at the Colleton River Plantation. Derek, you played in the morning wave this morning.
Yes, sir.
We had some really low scores yesterday. Before we even talk about the difference in the course between yesterday and today, let's talk about the 62 by John Patterson, the 65 we had fired, the 67 we had fired. What was the deal out there?
Just the golf course is playing in such good condition with firm fairways and the great greens. You know, if you're hitting the ball good, you're going to be able to score. It's like a tour event. You know, it's set up perfect. Those guys go low, and got some talented players in the field.
Course is playing fast. Obviously, to shoot those low numbers, the greens have to be in terrific shape. There's no way you can make that many putts throughout the field unless you have great greens.
Exactly. They're rolling, you know, 12, 13, perfect, smooth. You put it on the right line, it's going in the hole. So it's a shot maker's dream out there. If you're hitting it good, you're going to go low.
Now, let's talk about the difference in course setup today for the pro division or for the overall championship and the other division. Yesterday, the course was at how long?
Around 6,500 yards for everybody. An entire field except for the ladies played that, and they played it about 5,800 yards.
So it was 6,500, and it was kind of firm and fast. So now, what are they looking at? Still firm and fast, but how far did we back them up today?
68 and change for the professionals and the championship flight, and then everybody else is playing the 6,500 yard again. But
what do you see potentially happening out there this afternoon?
I think you'll see, with the way everybody's playing, a couple under probably today from a few people, and then par is going to be a good score out there. The pins are a little tougher. They're fair, but they're in some good spots, and especially on 17 and 18, you'll see those. And it's just, I think it's going to be a great day for Colleton, the Low Country, and the Hilton Head Open.
Well, we look forward to this afternoon's action. Garrou, the PGA professional here at the Nicholas course, thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you. My pleasure.
I'm very pleased in this segment to be joined by Bill Hirchert, the Director of Agronomy here at the Colleton River Plantation Club. And Bill, why don't you tell us what makes Colleton River so special?
Well, for me, there's two separate things that are special about Colleton River. One is the natural beauty of the plantation. We have a lot of live oaks throughout the plantation, beautiful marsh, a lot of wildlife. We have bald eagles on the other side. But really we have two very distinct golf courses. We have the Nicholas Signature Golf Course, We have the Pete Dye signature course. The Nicholas course is definitely a parkland kind of marsh style. A lot of manicured look to it.
A little bit more rolling.
A little more rolling, and then you have the Pete Dye course, which is
A little bit more visual intimidating.
A lot of heathers, 300 bunkers, and a lot of raw golf. So that makes it very rare.
What helped us come to the decision to choose the Nicholas course for the Hilton Head Island Open this year?
Well, my understanding is that the local chapter was just looking for a solid test for the local pros and the local amateurs, and the timing was right, and the Nicholas course fit that bill. So.
I'm told Colleton prides itself on having at least one of the two courses in tournament condition all the time. So really, for the Hilton Head Island Open, what did that mean that you had to do special, if anything?
Well, for us, you're right, tournament condition is very important. What that means is in the summertime when we have agronomic practice going on one course, the other course in tournament conditions, and then for our membership in the fall and winter and spring months when most of our membership's here, we strive for tournament conditions every day. That means double cut and rolling almost every day, firm greens, fast greens, and then extra rolling and mowing of the fairways.
So pretty much to a certain extent though, still your daily maintenance schedule for having one course really in great shape and the other one might be doing a little bit of work on it.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, basically for the big change for today was we firmed up the golf course a little bit, dried it out a little bit, and brought in a Saturday crew for Sunday.
And we went ahead and also put the tees back a little bit so maybe the scores won't be quite so low.
We hope so. We hope so.
Well, Bill, we appreciate you taking time with us. Bill Hirchert, the Director of Agronomy here at the Colleton River Plantation Club. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you. Take care.
Maybe the gallery appeal isn't as big as one of the major championships, but the scenery is just as terrific and the competition is just as fierce. We'll continue with our coverage of the Hilton Head Island Open from the Nicholas course at the gorgeous Colleton River Plantation when we continue here on WHHI's Golf Center.
And now from the beautiful Nicholas course here at the Colleton River Plantation Club, let's go out on the course for some highlights of the 2013 Hilton Head Island Open. And we're here on the 8th hole of the beautiful Nicholas course at the Colleton River Plantation. Kevin King getting ready to hit his tee ball. Reachable par 5. He'll probably take it down to left center so he has a little better angle at the pin. And there he goes, taking it right down. Pretty much the center of the fairway, should put him in a good position, should be able to get home in 2. As you can see, Kevin had a little work on his ankle done and he's still recovering from it, but he still found a way to qualify for his 19th USGA championship, the Senior Am.
Matt Lucchesi top 5'd in the Hilton Head Island Open a year ago. This year as host, a whole different story. Worked his way into this championship flight. Coming off a bogey though at the 10th hole, and now has this to save par at 11 from about 7 feet away, slightly downhill, a little bit of right to left. He didn't hit it. Yes, he did. Rolls over the front lip. Nice par save for Matt Lucchesi here at the par 4 11th.
David Lepore is setting up for his second shot at this par 4, 437-yard number 2 hole at the Nicholas course at Colleton River Plantation. David Lepore, who is the Director of Instruction here at Colleton River. David busted a beautiful drive right down the middle. He's got about 135 in. Approach is coming in, looks right on it. Beautiful shot, beautiful. And David will have that left for birdie, about 10 feet, right side of the hole.
All right, and here's Kevin with his birdie attempt here at the 8th. Little downhiller. Got to be a little careful with the speed. Don't want to get too aggressive with it. He hit it a little farther by than he wanted to with his chip. Let's see if he can capitalize on it. Nice and soft, rolling down, and with the last roll, he knocks it in for his birdie, so very well done. Nice birdie for Kevin King here on the 8th hole.
With one of the gorgeous houses that populate this Colleton River Plantation back over the pond behind him, Director of Golf Matt Lucchesi, his second shot into the par 4 13th from about 150 yards out, brings it up to this center hole location. That's a terrific shot. Hits it about 5 feet away and rolls it up another foot from there. He's inside 4 feet for a birdie. Matt Lucchesi, coming back from double at the 12th, could make birdie here at 13.
Lepore stepping up to drive. Par 5, number 3 on the Nicholas course. This one's headed up the left side. he'll play it from there.
Matt Lucchesi trying to bounce back in a big way here at the par 4 13th after making double at the 12th. A terrific approach to inside 4 feet here at 13 and bangs it home for a birdie. Matt Lucchesi makes birdie here at the par 4 13th at the Nicholas course at Colleton River.
And here's Kevin King on the par 3 8th. He's just made birdie on 7, so let's see if he can keep the momentum going here. Stick something in there nice and close. Here we go. Looks like we're going to be just a little bit left of the pin, but boy, it's right at it. And a fine play just over there. A little long and a little left, but he'll give himself probably, well, as the ball kind of continues to roll out, he'll probably have a good 40 feet for birdie. But that's okay. As perfect as these greens are, you get the ball on line and it'll continue, so therefore he still has a good chance at birdie.
Lepore, he's in the thick stuff right off the green, but should have a decent look at getting the ball close to the hole. Save his par. Very thick rough. Can't even see the ball. Hopefully he can see it. Pitches it out. Nice roll. Overall great effort. He'll have that tap in for par. That's 2 in a row.
Back in May, won the Hilton Head Island PGA Professionals Championship. Now looking at a birdie putt here at the gorgeous par 4 15th at the Nicholas course. Sends it way out to the left, trying to bring it back. Good read on it, just didn't quite hit it hard enough. Left it inside of a foot. He will walk up, tap that in for a par. Been a solid finish to his Hilton Head Island Open. Matt Lucchesi tapping in for par at the 15th.
And here's Lepore's tap in for the par. Really nice par from where his drive went. He was in no man's land over there and scrambled to get his par.
All right, Kevin King looking over his about 4 feet for par here in number 8. Left the first one a little shorter than he wanted to from 40 feet. And Kevin hits it and just sneaks it in the right side. But hey, a par is a par. Okay, so Kevin King gets away with par here at number 8. We'll be back with more of the 2013 Hilton Head Island Open from the beautiful Colleton River Plantation Club Nicholas course right after this here on WHHI-TV Golf Center.
Welcome back to Golf Center at Colleton River at the Hilton Head Island Open with Matt Lucchesi, the director of golf at Colleton River, also a participant this week, and a pretty successful one. You got to be pretty proud of the way you played.
Yeah, I played pretty well. Obviously, you'd always like to play a little better, but yeah, I can't be too disappointed with 2 rounds. So
Opening day 73, follow it with a 70. Great scoring conditions out here because the wind kind of laid down for you guys a little bit. Didn't it?
Yeah. Early in the round, it was a little bit better. It got a little more challenging coming down the back 9 here. Wind started to pick up, and of course, 16, 17, 18 are really challenging holes anyway. So yeah, I had it going there at 3 under at the turn, and then fought for a couple holes. Had a couple bad swings and a couple 3 putts, but it made a birdie and then an eagle, on 14, which helped kind of turn around a little bit. So it was good.
You're already a winner this year, though. I mean, you've already won your tournament, right?
Yeah, well, you always like to win more than once, right? It was a long time before I won. But yeah, that was great. I won at Moss Creek in May, our chapter championship amongst pros, and of course this tournament obviously takes the amateurs, and we've got some really good amateurs in the area. So John Patterson obviously being one, and there's several others too that are out here. So it's a little bit better test maybe as far as the whole community, and so it's great to have everyone here for the tournament.
How high is the level of play among the elite players around this area? There's some great players here.
There are. It's very competitive, I think, in the Low Country, and the guys like to get out, and we're happy to have the venue here at Colleton River this year.
You have to balance getting to play a little bit with work. You actually do have to work. Director of golf is a job, they tell me. Tell me how you squeeze in some time to get a few swings in.
Well, I have to say, I played college golf, and then I tried to play for a few years after. So I really more fine-tuned my game then in my swing. So I'm fortunate that I kind of got a fundamentally decent, golf swing, so that even though, the job obviously, doesn't totally allow a lot of practice time and play, but I'm able to kind of get out here and hit some shots. And I still fight my emotions like crazy out here when it's obviously for tournaments, but it's good. That's why I like to play.
So now you go back to work. Which one's more fun, playing in things like this, or it's work, but it's not really work? Come on.
Yeah, no, I love coming here. Who wouldn't, right? It's beautiful, but job's great. Being a director of golf here is just a wonderful, wonderful thing. So, but I always like to play golf.
There you go. Well, Matt, you played very well. Congratulations on the play. Congratulations on a fabulous setup and a great tournament you guys have put on here.
Well, thank you, and I appreciate you guys taking the time to come out here. And I really would like to thank, the guys in the chapter that ran the event and everyone that was involved. So it's really nice that you guys are out here and supporting the event. So thank you.
Matt Lucchesi, who finished at 1 under par here in the Hilton Head Island Open. Well, these days, every really great golf course has to have a resident cheesehead. David Lepore is the resident cheesehead here at Colleton River, the director of instruction. What a great weekend to play golf, huh? There's nothing like this in Wisconsin.
Yeah, you're right, Bob. It's summertime, the sun is out, and we didn't get rain down for the last 2 days, and we've been very fortunate with the weather this summer.
Yeah, it certainly have been. As director of instruction, do you take your own instruction, or you got somebody that you go to when you need a little help?
That's a good question. Sometimes it's kind of like the doctor who tells his patient not to smoke and then goes out and smokes. I run into a little bit of that, but I do use a lot of the things that I teach, and it's always nice to have another set of eyes. So our golf academy, we have a tendency to use the other pros. So I'll have one of the pros watch me, or I'll watch them, and so we kind of feed off of each other, and it's a real good way to keep yourself going in the right direction, because the game can get you going in other ways.
You bet. You have a whole number of guys who work with your academy, and do they all teach the same thing, or is it a different set of eyes and maybe a different theory, and maybe some of your members can find somebody that thinks like they do and make it work for them?
Yeah, that's a great question, and what we have found is a formula that works for the membership, where we have a teaching manual and a certification program, and we teach them some basic things, fundamentals that the physics of the game of golf help with, but we want the instructor to keep their personalities. So the strength is there's a little bit of information, some know-how behind the scenes, but then they keep their personality, and you have to adjust with the new student or a member, where they have a certain personality or a certain desire, and you kind of have to go with that. But behind the scenes, the physics of hitting a golf ball and making it a very difficult game easy is our challenge that we work with.
Yeah, and then once a year you got to go out in the open and test it, your own. How'd you play?
That's right. I did okay. 74 yesterday and 78 today. So if I was playing every day, and you know how it goes, it'd be nice to be lower, but overall not bad. And it was nice to see the members out here supporting us, and you see some of your students there, and then you find yourself three-putting on a green, and they're going to ask me next week, why did you three-putt that green? So anyway, it's kind of fun to have them out here, and it's such a great venue. The course is in great condition. Bill did a great job with the property. The tournament, Tom, Logan, everybody did a super job with running the event.
It was indeed very well run, and a terrific venue here at Colleton River. Thanks so much, David. We appreciate it. We'll be back with much more as Golf Center continues here on WHHI. I don't think anybody's dominated the local golf scene over the last 2 decades like Kevin King has. Kevin, you play out here all the time. You got to play here in the Open again this week and played pretty well for a guy coming off a bad ankle and a bad knees and bad hips and all the other bad parts.
Yeah, actually, I did okay. I really was playing well both days, and I just couldn't quite get it in. Bogeyed a few holes coming down the stretch both days. But all in all, I've been playing pretty well lately. I'm happy because my ankle's still bothering me a little bit, but I've learned how to tape it up pretty good.
You got the U.S. Senior Amateur coming up at Wade Hampton coming up here soon. That's got to be exciting.
Oh, it is. It's good to go back to a USGA event, and this will be my first senior amateur, so I'm really excited. And I've played Wade Hampton before, and it's a wonderful golf course. So I'm really excited about going up there and sort of in my own home state, and so it is nice to be able to drive to it too.
Fun to play out here, isn't it? With all the great players that you guys have out here, you get a pretty good game going on out here, can't you?
Oh yeah. We got some good members here that can really play. The pros can play, and the golf course was just superb this week. The greens were perfect, and it was really a fun weekend.
You love it firm and fast, and it was a little bit that way, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. It's nice to see it get that way.
Kevin, again, congratulations on a great Hilton Head Island Open, and good luck to you at the U.S. Senior Amateur.
Thank you, Bob.
And Bob, we can't thank Colleton River Plantation Club enough for all the things they did for us this week. We'd like to thank Tim Backles, the general manager, and Julie Mercer, who was really instrumental in us doing all of the setting up and, of course, making sure that all our arrangements were met. And once again, it's going to be hard to drive down the driveway and leave here, but maybe they'll let us back in at some point.
You've been a pretty good boy. I think they might
maybe they'll let us back in.
Hopefully for the South Carolina Women's Amateur that's coming up in September.
Another event that's going to be here of big magnitude, and hopefully we'll see some great golf out of some of those ladies.
And then the 2015 USGA Junior Amateur. I mean, this is the tournament, Tiger won.
Biggest amateur
this was the
junior
first
tournament.
Three he won before he won the 3 US Ams,
That's right, the biggest junior amateur tournament in the world. It'll be right here in the Low Country in 2015, and we're looking forward to a lot of coverage of that too.
Boy, it'll be terrific. Again, we've crowned a new champion of the
have.
Hilton Head Island Open. We're excited about that, and we've had a great time here at Colleton River.
We'd like to thank everybody here at the Colleton River Plantation. For Bob Stevens, I'm PGA professional Chris Tremblay. Thank you so much for joining us this week on Golf Center. We'll see you next time.